Hi there, it's me again. This is 2B, 24th in the evening, subsequent to the first infusion. And tonight's topic materialized at about 1:45 this afternoon when I met my infusion nurse for the day, who was truly an angel. If you don't believe in angels, then you haven't been to a hospital that treats chronic illness before. They are amazing people who have been called to do this really important work and deserve, my God, they deserve every ounce of credit that you and I are ever going to be capable of giving them. Uh, Turns out she was the charge nurse on the transplant floor, where I'll be living for the next 30 days subsequent to Friday when I'm admitted, or beginning on Friday when I'm admitted. Uh, and I received the sixth dose of chemo. Um, and she was really incredibly helpful today in making sure that both Leslie and I understood exactly what we were going to be facing over the next few weeks, days, months. So, and I did well today. I'm really pleased with the way I feel right now. She did she did burst my bubble when I was getting a little bit cocky and told me that the fludarabine that I'm taking right now in the infusions is cumulative, um, so that you don't start feeling really um, you don't start feeling the effects of the chemo until the third or fourth day, at which time all of the symptoms that, or some of the symptoms, depending on who you are and how your body works, are going to go ahead and manifest themselves. So it was not as horrible an experience as I thought it might be, and that was gratifying as hell. The nurses were amazing, as I said before. Uh, Everything about it was terrific. I received that, a drug that's supposed to prevent uric acid from building up and causing gout as a side effect of the chemo, based upon the chemistry that starts to happen in your body. I also received an anti-nausea drug, which which hopefully will work uh, exceptionally well, and that's what we're hoping for. And then we go again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm having external plumbing installed, what they call a PICC line, a peripheral intravenous central catheter. So they don't have to worry about continually looking for a vein or an artery when they go to stick me to continue these infusions. Uh, and I'll probably have that PICC line for the rest of my stay in the hospital, and to a large degree, a good portion of the time that I'm out of the hospital. That'll be 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I don't know how long it'll take. I know they do it using fluoroscopy, so they can tell exactly where the vein is, and they can actually watch as they go to insert it. And then I'll be able to tell you tomorrow night how they lock it down, because I have no idea. But they'll lock it down somehow so it's relatively stable. And this has been an incredible education for both Leslie and myself, for our family. All the things we are learning and continue to learn: biology, chemistry, modern medical science. It's pretty. It'd be fascinating if it was happening to somebody else, but it's happening to me. Today they drew 8 vials of blood before we got started for testing. A couple of them are for a clinical trial I volunteered for. I know. You're not supposed to volunteer for anything. They should have taught me that in the military. But I've always been a slow learner, and I figured that if I could go ahead and help somebody else. I mean, I'm standing on the shoulders of all the people that volunteered for clinical research. before me, so I feel I have a responsibility to continue that tradition and make sure that the people that follow me will have the benefit of whatever they learn from my disease and how I tolerate chemotherapy and what we have to do differently or better. Um, Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I'll have my second infusion, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure whether I'll create a message, the journal entry, before or after that. It kind of seems to make sense to do it after, but I don't know how I'm going to feel after having the PICC line installed. So in the meantime, I think that's about it for tonight. What I would like you to think about, if you have the time, uh, are all the nurses and doctors and people that are involved in clinical trials and in preventive medicine and treating chronic illness, and the realization that they are very special people and really deserve uh, a high level of appreciation, gratitude, respect, care, and consideration. They do a difficult job under difficult circumstances, and they do it elegantly and with a grace that few of us will ever understand. And just give yourself a minute to think about all the people on this planet that are righteous beyond expectation. I know that we have in our family with the outpouring of love and concern that I've experienced, and it's an exercise in humility. And I want everybody to understand and to know that I don't take that for granted for a second, nor does my wife, nor do our kids or their partners, or probably even our grandchildren. So until tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, this is me, Mitchell J. Schneider, signing out. Love you all.